They weren't just cars, they were stars. From high-speed chases to impossible stunts, these machines burned themselves into our memories as much as the actors behind the wheel. But after the cameras stopped rolling, where did they go? Today, we track down some of the most legendary cars from movies and TV and reveal what happened to them. At number 1, the 1964 Aston Martin DB5, Goldfinger, the James Bond car. The 1964 Aston Martin DB5 made its debut in Goldfinger and went on to appear in 7 Bond films. Complete with an ejector seat and machine guns, it was the ultimate gentleman's spies ride. In 2010, it sold for $4.6 million to car collector Harry Yagi. And yes, he still owns it. At number 2, Delorean DMC, Back to the Future, 1985. Great Scott! There's only one DeLorean that was actually used in the first film. Since 2016, it's been on permanent display at the Peterson Automotive Museum, courtesy of Universal Studios. It's frozen in time. No flux capacitor required. At number 3, Ecto-1, Ghostbusters, 1984. This 1959 Cadillac Miller Meteor ambulance was the Ghostbusters rolling headquarters. 3 were built for the movie. 1 made it into the latest Ghostbusters film, another sits outside Sony Studios, and the third, well, it's reportedly rusting away in a prop lot. At number 4, 1982 Pontiac, or KITT, in Knight Rider. KITT wasn't just a car, it was a wisecracking, bulletproof partner. Several were built for Knight Rider, and a few still survive. One is owned by a man in Pittsburgh named Joe Huth, and you can even see it featured on Jay Leno's Garage. At number 5, 1958, Plymouth Fury Christine. In Stephen King's Christine, this red Plymouth Fury had a mind of its own. Over 20 cars were used, including Furies, Belvederes, and Savoys, all made to look identical. Bill Gibson, who bought one at 19 and restored it, still owns it today. Please hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying this video. It really helps the channel. At number 6, the Batmobile, Batman the Movie, 1966. It started life as a 1955 Lincoln Futura concept car, bought by customizer George Barris for just $1. He turned it into the original TV Batmobile. In 2013, it sold for $4.6 million to businessman Rick Champagne. Talk about a return on investment. At number 7, 1963 Volkswagen Beetle Herbie, the Love Bug. Disney used 21 Beetles for the series, but only 3 survive. One badly damaged car was restored and now lives at the AACA Museum, looking as fresh as the day it rolled onto the track. At number 8, 1968 Ford Mustang GT Fastback, Bullitt. Steve McQueen's Mustang disappeared into a Kentucky barn for decades. In 2023, it came roaring back, selling at auction for $3.74 million, making it the most expensive Mustang ever sold. At number 9, 1974 Dodge Monaco, the Blues Brothers. 60 Dodge Monacos were wrecked during filming. Few, if any, survived. Every so often, one turns up at a car meet, but the real screen-used Bluesmobile remains a mystery. At number 10, 1977 Pontiac Firebird, Smokey and the Bandit. None of the 12 cars used in filming survived, but a promotional Firebird bought by Universal Pictures fetched $550,000 at auction. Collector John Staluppi proudly owns it now. At number 11, 1969 Dodge Charger, General Lee, the Dukes of Hazzard. Hundreds of Chargers were sacrificed for stunts in the Dukes of Hazzard. LE1, the original, sold in 2012 to golfer Bubba Watson for $110,000. At number 12, 1976, Ford Grand Torino, Starsky and Hutch. Car number 1 changed hands a few times, from Ohio to the UK, then to Florida's Desert Collection, and finally to a Texas collector in 2015. And finally at number 13, Lotus Submarine, the The Spy Who Loved Me, 1977. The real driving Lotus sold in 2008, but the famous submarine version went to Elon Musk in 2013 for £550,000. He swears he'll make it a working electric submarine. That still remains to be seen, as Elon is well known for over-promising and missed deadlines. These cars have lived just as wild a life off-screen as they did on it. Which one is your favorite? And if you could take just one home, which would it be? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this.